Hey folks, Dave here, Studio B. Early morning on Monday morning before work, before I go to work actually, and I wanted to do a quick test of this new scoreboard app that I found. And if the test goes well, I will do some videos shortly showing you how to get this and set this up. I'm using Streamlabs, which is a version of OBS. This was designed for OBS, and I'm using it in Streamlabs OBS. So let me first off. I got my new panel here, so I want to thank my Patreons that are supported Digital to Dice and the channel here. So thank you so much as we continue to try to bring you some great content here. Hopefully it's great content here on the channel and on Digital to Dice. So thank you so much to our Patreon supporters. So I have a new graphic there that hopefully I'll be adding to that and add your name as well if you'd like to see your name up there. But thank you so much to those people right there. All right, here we go. Now, you will need a little bit of graphic knowledge, I guess is the best way to pull it there. I found a graphic of the Boston Garden that somebody had created, and so that's what I'm using today. I did not create that. So this is just a test for me. So I'm using the old Boston Garden graphics. What I will be controlling is the visitor score, the home score, the period, and the time. That's all I'm really controlling in this game. I can't add any of the penalties or anything like that. It's a very basic scoreboard, but it works fairly well. I got to say, I'm pretty impressed with what I've seen so far. So let's get going here, and we'll fire this up. And I'm going to be rolling dice here, just like I say, off to the side like I did last night. And I'm using regular season basketball again. So we're playing Celtics 76ers this time, and I'm going very basic mode. I'm just going to get the scores just so I can test the scoreboard here. I'm not going to be doing anything crazy beyond that. Al, Red Sox fan. Al, you might be interested in this right here, this little scoreboard, as I'm just setting up some things here. I really had a coffee. I really didn't have beer. I really did have a coffee this morning. I'm stumbling over my words there. But let me show you how this works. I'm just getting this set up here. Like I say, it takes me about 15 seconds to go and do my things here, because I can't do it automatically through the Streamlabs. But, all right, so you will need some kind of graphics. You could just create boxes too, because what you're basically doing is you're controlling the periods, the score, and the time. That's what you're controlling, and it's just numbers. And I'll show you that in a video later on. But let's get going here. All right, let's see if we can do this. All right, so it's going to be 76s first, and now just so you know, I'm using basic mode, and the modifiers are -9 overall for the Sixers and +4 for the Celtics, okay? Because, again, the Celtics are the better team. So I'm going to subtract 1 from the last 9 rolls. That's how I did it just for this video here. All right, so let's get going here. So they got a 10. All right, so that's 10 points for the Sixers. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So the Sixers in their first rolls get 10, and that worked pretty well. I got to say, that worked all right. So I might need to center that. Again, this is a test here, so I want to see how that works out. So the Sixers off and running here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark off a couple minutes off the scoreboard here, because we're playing in 3-minute chunks, so I'm kind of estimating the score clock. And, oh, the Celtics get 9. So they get 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. So it's a close game here. And after 3 minutes, the Sixers are leading 10-9. All right, so each team with their first roll of the first quarter. Like, again, I'm just doing a test here this morning. It shouldn't take that long, but so far I'm liking what I'm seeing, okay? And again, you don't have to use this crazy Boston Garden scoreboard. Even if you just used some blocks, you could put, just create Boston in a block and Philadelphia in another block, and then you can move the text around, and I'll show you that in the next video. But so far I'm kind of liking this here. Although I might need to fix the clock here. This is just called scoreboard, okay? This is just called scoreboard. And again, this is my very first test with it. And what I'm doing is I'll put the link in here when I got to find a link. But I'm just changing. I have a separate app on the computer that changes the away score, the home score, the period, and the time. And you can move those 4 numbers anywhere on the screen. So I overlaid them on a Boston Garden graphics is what I did here. And again, this is just a test, and later on I will do a full video on how I set this up. Again, but you can use you just create a red block and a green block, and you can put Boston and Philadelphia in there. You can even change the names of the teams, but I find it's probably easier just to do it in its own graphic. So I got a 4 now for Philadelphia. So Philadelphia with 2, 4, and you can go by 2 or you can go by 1 on the scoreboard, and it changes it automatically. What it's basically doing, okay, is it's reading a text file. So I linked text files here. So I linked 4 text files that are just numbers. This scoreboard app actually changes the text file on the fly, and it reads it here in this thing right here. All right, so that was another couple of minutes off the clock here, and Boston gets 6 points here. So 2, 4, 6. So Boston now leads 15-14 here, and we have played 6 minutes here of the first quarter here at the Boston Garden in my little test game here. Alrighty, so we're going to roll again here. And 8 points now for the Sixers. So 2, 4, 6, 8. And we'll take a couple more minutes off the clock. Again, I am using regular season basketball right now, just basic mode, just getting scores here. All right, so as you can see, I need to fix the I need to slide this over here a little bit more. Okay, so let's see if that's any better. And maybe the visitor score I need to slide over as well. Okay, I might need to adjust those. I have those adjusted for center, so maybe the centering is screwing me up here. If they did, Mike, this is just a test. I might have screwed up. I don't, if they rolled a 10, then maybe I screwed up. But this is just kind of testing the scoreboard. This is not really any kind of replay at all. So it looks like I got 9 for the Celtics. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. And so with 3 minutes to go in the first quarter, it's 24-22. Again, if I messed up while I was chatting here, it's quite possible. But maybe it was just kind of the view of the dice that you had. It looked, because depending where the dice is, you can see a different side of it here. So it looks like I got a 7 now for the Sixers. So 2, 4, 6, 7. And we're down to the final minute of the period. And the Celtics get the last roll. And they get an 8. So 2, 4, 6, 8. And that is it. So at the end of 1, it's 32-29 for the Celtics. Hi, David. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, this looks neat. I'll be doing more with this. This is just kind of a test for me right now. In fact, I want to move the clock over a little bit. Like that. There we go. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be, I probably got to play with the, because what I'm doing is I'm taking a text file, and I sometimes I got to center it. Sometimes you want it all left to all right so it doesn't jump around. So we'll see how it goes. All right, so let me reset my clock back to 12, and we're going to go period 2. And, yep, there's a slight lag. It takes about a half a second for everything to click in, but it goes pretty well. And I think I got to fix my clock here. So let me double-click this. What are my options here? As far as lining it up. Alignment left. Let's go alignment center. Actually, I probably want to go alignment right. Let's go alignment center. Vertical alignment center. Okay, and let's see if that does any better. All right, so let me see if because when the numbers change, it might change how it does things too. So, Jim, yeah, you like this? Yeah, what it is I'm going to do a video later on this. I wanted to test this out this morning before I went to work. And then when I get some work done, I'll come back and I'll get inside on how to set this up. But it was free. They're actually working on a new version of it, so I'm excited to see what the new version is. But I stumbled on this late last night, and I set this up before I went to the hockey rink around, I think I went to the rink around 9:30 last night. And I come home, and I was like, let me set this up and do a video. All right, so I'm going to continue on as we're in the second quarter now, and Philadelphia trails 32-29 here after 1. So we're going to roll 7 now for Philadelphia. 2, 4, 6, 7. And we'll take a couple minutes off the clock. So the Sixers up by 4 as the Celtics come into their roll in the second quarter. And the Celtics get a 9. So 2, 4, 6, 8, and 9. And now we've played 3 minutes. And the Celtics starting to extend their lead a little bit. And this will work for any game. This will work for, it's just a scoreboard. So whatever game you're playing, it will work for. And all you need to do is lay some graphics out and it'll lay out. Okay, so you can see my scoreboard messed up again. So I think I want to probably, I'm going to go to the right. I'm going to be right alignment. And then that way there, it'll hopefully stay put. Because it does jump around, I notice when I change that. So I don't know how to fix that just yet, but we're going to try. What I would like, actually, is to have that right in the middle like that, like something like that. Because that would look more like the Boston Garden scoreboard there. But again, depending on the scoreboard you're using, it might be different. All right, so the Celtics roll now. They're rolling 8. So the Celtics will tack on 8. 2, 4, 6, 8. So the Celtics lead 49-36. And the Sixers will roll. Ooh, a 9. Good for the Sixers. All right, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. So it's 49-45. Celtics still in the lead, and they still get a roll here of a 5. So tack on 5 of the Celtics. And it's 54-45. And the thing is that I'm using Streamlabs OBS, as I talked about here, and I'm just reading a text file. So what I did is I can change the text font. I can change the size, although I am limited to what sizes I can use. That's kind of the bad thing about it. And I can change the color. So I found a font that I liked. I tried to mock the colors of the Boston Garden scoreboard. So it is pretty flexible like that. All right, so I've played now. I'm down to 6 minutes now here as we played half the second quarter. So there is some flexibility to it as far as font. I was trying to find a font that looked like the Boston Garden block font, but I didn't have one, so I just kind of used something what I had here. All right, but so far I'm pretty happy with what I have. All right, so there's your 10, Mike. You got that 10 right there. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So the Sixers jump in the lead, but the Celtics will take the lead back here because they will get at least a 2, and they will get 8. So the Celtics roll an 8. 2, 4, 6, 8. All right, so 62-55 here as we continue on. So we're going to be the last roll of the half. So 8, but I do -1 on this one, so that's going to be a 7. So 2, 4, 6, 7. All righty. And now it's down to the last minute of the half, and the Celtics will get the final roll. And they will lead by 7 at the half. 2, 4, 6, 7. All righty, so that's what it looks like here. All right, so the scoreboard is so far staying put for me. So it's 69-62 at the end of the first half. Celtics and 76ers as I play a regular season basketball this morning as I test out my new scoreboard here. So far, it's going pretty well, I think. We'll see what happens when I get to 100, you know. So that's what I should do is test out all the numbers. So this is a test here. So let's reset this back, and it's third period. And here we go, and the Sixers ball. And again, from here on in, I'm subtracting 1 for the Sixers. That's just kind of how the modification rolls. All righty, so we got a couple minutes off the clock, and they roll a 4, which is going to be a 3. So simple, 1, 2, 3, simple enough. And the Celtics will still lead here, and they'll have the roll of a 6. 2, 4, 6. All righty, so Celtics up by 10 now. They extend their lead. And, 10 for the Sixers, though, but make that a 9. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. And so they still trail. And this is working better than I thought it was going to. It really is. Just got to figure out where to put the numbers and center them a little bit better. And 4 for Boston. 2, 4. All righty. So we have played now half of the third quarter. And is that right? Oh, maybe it is right. Maybe the Sixers have come back a little bit on them. All right, so the Sixers roll a 6 -1 is 5. 2, 4, 5. And again, I might make mistakes in this one. This is just testing the scoreboard. So they've tied it up. But the Celtics will get 9. And they will go up by 9. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. So the Celtics up 88-79. It is the final roll of the third quarter. This would work well for like shootout hockey and something like that too. That'll be my next thing. I'll be playing some hockey on this for sure with this Boston Garden scoreboard. Take care, Al. Have a good day at work. I'm heading out to work myself, but I just gotta bang this one out here. I'm almost done. Oh, so it's 10-9 for the Sixers now. Wow. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. So they've tied it up again, hoping to play some defense here, and the Celtics get 4. So that's it. So at the end of 3, it's close. It's 92-88 Boston. So let's go to the fourth quarter. The only thing it doesn't have, oh, you can see my timer here is definitely off. So I need to definitely put my timer back in the middle. So let's put my timer in the middle and then slide that over. Okay, so it's something I need to work on here. It doesn't have an F for final, so it's a number. I think it's 1 through 10 or something like that. Maybe it goes a little further than that, but so there's really no final score. So you'll have to just leave it at 0, 0, 0. All right, let's wrap it up here. The final few rolls here in the game. Again, I'm subtracting 1 from the Sixers. Ooh, a 12. That'll be an 11. Big roll there for the Sixers. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. So they have a monster roll. They have 99 points right now. Celtics, they trail now. And, oh, they get an 8. 2, 4, 6, 8. So it is close now with 9 minutes to play. It's a 1-point game. I'm still subtracting 1 from the Sixers, and the Celtics will be adding 2 shortly. So you can see the scoreboard there. Yeah, it's a little messed up when I go vertical like that because you can see it's now that there's 9 minutes left. You can see how that moves. So I don't know how to fix that. I don't know if I can fix that to a certain place or not here. So that keeps moving on me. I mean, it's more, again, it's just eye candy, but still I'm testing it out here. All right, yep. Robbie, you got the 79 season back. Yep, that's been a fun follow. All right, 6 now. For the Sixers, -1 is a 5. So we got 5 for the Sixers. 2, 4, 5. If I did that correctly. So it's Sixers by 4. And the Celtics with 8. 2, 4, 6, 8. So they lead by 4 here. Just a couple of rolls to go for each team. And, oh, you can see my score is off again. So I do need to, yeah. So maybe this is not the best way to do it. Maybe horizontal would be the way to do this because it keeps moving on me as the numbers add up. Or maybe I just got to set it for the biggest number and just let it do its thing. I'm not sure. All right, here we go. We're down to 6 minutes to play now. 6 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. And a 4 -1 is a 3. So not that good for the Sixers. So they got 3. And now we got 4 minutes to play. Celtics will roll and add 2. And a 7 for them. 2, 4, 6, 7. So they've really extended the lead here. The Sixers are going to need a big roll. This is their last roll, and they get 7 out of that because I have to subtract 1, 2, 4, 6, 7. And so they lead by 1, but the Celtics, again, they're going to get at least 2 on the roll. And they will get, 11. They'll get 13 out of that because we add 2. So, wow. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13. So there's our final. There we go. There's our final right there. So there's our final. Celtics 128, Sixers 114 as we play a little bit of regular season basketball as I test out the scoreboard. And I'm not too bad. I think for a first test, it come out pretty good. I'm actually pretty happy with how it looks. I got to figure out where I'm going to put the numbers there in relation to the thing. But, yeah, I think we got a winner here, folks. I think we have a winner. So I got to get some work done today. I will try to get a video up later about where you can find this and how to set it up in the whole bit. But I think this is going to be a good way of doing a scoreboard here, especially for cards and dice games or anything that you don't have a scoreboard for. I think it'll do a nice job of it. So let me come back to Studio B. And, again, I want to thank my Patreons of the channel and of Digital to Dice. Thank you so much for supporting us here as we can continue on into 2022 as we're almost wrapping up year 3 of the show, if you can believe it. Year 3 of Digital to Dice. So thank you so much. So, hey, I'm Dave. You guys have a good day, and I'll probably be back on later as I continue playing around with the scoreboard, and I'll see if I can do a